Hi friends, a very warm welcome to the kitchen. We are continuing with the festive season centerpieces, and today we are going to cook vegan shepherd's pie or vegan cottage pie. And the difference is just in the type of meat that is typically used in the cottage or shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is typically made with ground lamb, and cottage pie I think with ground beef. Don't quote me on that, I'll put it somewhere around here. But it's irrelevant for us because we are going to make the vegan version. And let me tell you this, I hate shepherd's pie. So today I'm going to be trying to make a shepherd's pie that I actually like. I'm going to use a fancy ingredient, which is jackfruit. You can omit it. Also, in the previous episode of festive recipes for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I did make seitan, turkey seitan, and it is not whole food plant-based. So this recipe can be made as a whole food plant-based recipe. There is going to be one aspect of it which is not very whole food plant-based. I'm going to be using beef flavoring. However, you can skip it, you can omit it, and cook a whole food plant-based vegan festive dinner or maybe even lunch for your family and friends so everyone can enjoy.
Small dice for washed and cleaned celery. Try to dice it as small as you can. Celery is great in meat and poultry dishes. Small dice for onions. Here we want to make them small so they're not noticeable. Some garlic cloves. I was really happy with this garlic. It's so young and it was really easy to peel. I just crush it. Sorry for my camera. And then I roughly chop it so it's kind of small. I used one carrot. The second one I just ate it. Just make sure it's clean. And these carrots I especially like. They're from Pakistan or from India. You have similar ones. But use whatever carrots you want. They should be sturdy and flavorful. And now it's time for mushrooms. Choose the fresher ones, the sturdier ones. You can see how those ones bounce back. And I'm using around 150 grams. We are interested in a small dice as well, or a small chop, however you like it. I'm just really roughly chopping them. Mushrooms are amazing, especially want to emulate meat texture and create something that holds the flavor. Around 30 grams of walnuts. I roughly chop these. They are really easy to chop with a knife actually, and they do give a bite. If you have nut allergy though, just omit it. 2 russet potatoes. I'm peeling them off. I'm a little bit suspicious of the green skin, so I'm making sure that I take it off. Russet potatoes do have fluffy flesh, so they are really nice for baking and for mashing, so this is a tip for you. And like any potato, we boil them with some flavor, with some bay leaf and rosemary in cold water, and after the water comes to the boil, it will take around 10 minutes to cook. Wash your jackfruit. I know it's coming from an aluminum can. This is why it's important to choose a good aluminum can. Choose BPA-free packaging. And just wash your jackfruit really well. Squeeze it. I'm using cheesecloth here. And look at this texture. It does look like some kind of a meat. I would say like chicken maybe. I really like this about jackfruit. However, nutritionally, this is nowhere near me. Same thing with black beans. You can mash them as well, but I'm just washing them. I love black beans for their texture, for their flavor as well, and they're really, really mashable if you're into it. So here we go. Around 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of soy or tamari sauce if you want to make it gluten-free, and around 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Mix it really well. It's going to create a really nice flavor punch. Here comes our not so whole food plant-based component. This is beef flavoring. I'm going to use it as a stock cube, and I'm just going to follow instructions on the package. It's not soil. It looks like soil, but it's not. It's going to be our beef broth, and it's really nice when you want to add some meaty flavor to your dishes, but it's not whole food plant-based. 1 teaspoon celery salt, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon dry coriander, and some fresh black pepper. Meanwhile, the potatoes are starting to heat up. Dry saute onions. This does help develop a lot of flavor in food if you cook without oil. Then add garlic so it doesn't burn. Your celery, your carrots, and just allow it to cook for around 5 minutes. Add the tomato paste mixture onto the heated surface and allow it to develop for around 3 minutes. This helps with the flavor. Mix it all and allow it to cook for around 5 minutes more. Meanwhile, check on your potatoes. So once they start falling off the knife, they are ready. And now we are mashing them. We need to mash them before the potatoes get cold. We add a little bit of soy milk. This is around 100 grams. This helps with the creaminess. You can also add some soy cream if you have it. 1 tablespoon of tahini, around 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Mushrooms for the flavor. Here we are just waiting for them to give out some water. And after that we can actually deglaze with a little bit of broth. Black beans, you can also mash them prior to adding them. Jackfruit, you can pull it before or you can pull it after you cook it. Mix it all together. We are almost there. Add the spices and allow it to cook under the lid for around 20 minutes. Check on it from time to time so it doesn't burn. Otherwise, you may want to add a little bit of broth. Spread it inside the baking shape. The amount of potato mash should actually correlate with the shape or the surface of the baking sheet that you are trying to cover. 2 potatoes were just right for this shape, so just keep that in mind. 190 degrees Celsius, 375 Fahrenheit for around 20 minutes, and look at that. I do recommend keeping the surface of potatoes a little bit uneven because look how nicely it crisps and browns on those edges. Serve it with a little bit of parsley. You can also add other herbs. Dill would be nice. It looks amazing and smells good. I find that this recipe and the shepherd's pie idea in general, when you veganize it, is actually pretty cool because it is such a hearty, warm, nice meal full of flavors. You can pack it with different nutrients. You can adjust the recipe to your liking. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can make the crust with potatoes. You can make it with cauliflower. You can mix the two together. But most importantly is that it's made out of the ingredients which are available to you during the colder months, during the festive season. It's quite easy to be vegan during the summertime, during the spring. However, when we are talking about winter months, we have less fresh veggies, less fresh fruits, and some of the shepherd's pie recipes are even made with frozen vegetables, which is great. It presents a lot of variety and it makes it easier for vegan in colder climates. And this is it, so simple. And did I enjoy it? I did really enjoy it and I absolutely loved it. This was the first shepherd's pie which I liked a lot, and probably I will be making it more and more often. It almost smells like a pie. And it's a shepherd's pie, but it's kind of a different kind of a pie, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it smells really nice. The
kitchen is just filled with this flavor. Thank you so much guys for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful festive season if you're watching it before the Thanksgiving or before Christmas. I wish you great holidays. Spend them with your loved ones, with your friends and family. Cook something plant-based for them and let them know that vegan food is actually delicious. If you like this video, please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. I'm here every week and I'm going to continue posting Christmas recipes. And I'm going to continue posting festive recipes during those weeks leading to Christmas. So hopefully you will get some inspiration for those meals. Leave a comment down below what you would like to have on your Christmas table. If you're vegan, if you're plant-based, what products do you actually miss, and what kind of meals do you actually want to see on your table? I've been trying to prepare gravy for so long, but I just keep putting it aside as a non-essential, but many people say that it's quite important, so do let me know how you think about gravies. And now I'm just going to dig in.